So no changes at the WHO, but elsewhere some big geopolitical changes are afoot. Two Cold War rivals could be burying their past, Russia and Pakistan. Historically, there's been very little to talk about. Until 1991, they were in opposing camps. America supported Pakistan and the Soviet Union was closer to India. We all know that. In the last 3 decades, not very much has changed. No big trade deals, no weapons purchases. That Cold War distance never really disappeared. But this year, things could change. Reports say Vladimir Putin could visit Pakistan in 2022. Why is this important? A, because Putin has never visited Pakistan, and that's saying something. 20 years of leadership, 0 visits to Pakistan. In fact, no Russian leader or Soviet leader has ever visited Pakistan. That's a record of sorts. And B, it could signal a realignment in South Asia, a new China-Pakistan-Russia partnership. Now, first, the logistics. We still don't have a date for Putin's visit. All we know is that diplomats in Moscow and Islamabad are talking about it. And right now, it's still 50-50. Pakistan, you see, has been trying to make this happen for many years. But the Russians don't want to visit just for the sake of it. They want something symbolic, maybe a big-ticket project or a big arms deal. And this time, they do have one such project, the Pakistan Stream gas pipeline. It runs from Karachi in Sindh to Kasur in Punjab. That's around 1,120 kilometers. The deal is worth more than $2 billion. Russia and Pakistan signed it in 2015, but construction never began, thanks to the threat of American sanctions. Now it seems Pakistan does not care. They want Vladimir Putin to inaugurate the groundbreaking of this pipeline. What explains this newfound romance? Well, we can think of 3 reasons. Reason number 1, the changing political equations. Pakistan and America are not allies anymore. Washington is still reeling from their betrayal in Afghanistan. And the way things are going, a compromise seems unlikely. So Pakistan is looking at new options. And who better than Russia, a big Eurasian power, a close friend of their iron brother China, and a reputed weapons merchant to boot? Russia is thinking along the same lines. Their traditional ally in South Asia is India. That relationship continues to be stable. At the same time, New Delhi is moving closer to the US. So what does Russia do? Seek a counterbalance. This is purely an insurance policy. Take weapons, for instance. America could sanction India if it keeps buying Russian weapons. So Moscow wants a backup option. The problem is Pakistan doesn't have the money. Reason number 2, Pakistan's designs in Central Asia. They're mostly economic. More trade, more raw materials, more energy purchases. Pakistan sees Central Asia as a ticket to their prosperity. Their new national security document mentions this. This is what it says about Russia. Pakistan's geo-economic pivot is focused on enhancing trade and economic ties through connectivity that links Central Asia to our warm waters. Under Vision Central Asia, Pakistan is working towards actualizing agreements on energy and transit with the Central Asian republics. In other words, money. That's what Pakistan wants from Central Asia. Vladimir Putin holds considerable influence in this region. So with his help, Pakistan can strike deals. But what's in it for Moscow? That's reason number 3, the Afghan question. The first Taliban regime was a nightmare for Central Asia. More refugees, more cross-border attacks, more support for extremists in the region. If that happens again, it could be a worry for Putin. So he's hoping that Pakistan can help, that Islamabad's deep state can control the Taliban, basically keep Central Asia safe. So this may seem like a good alliance, but remember we're talking about Pakistan. Their policy is rooted in betrayals and double talk. They've done it to India, they've done it to America, and chances are they will do the same to Russia. Either way, all of this is still conjecture, I have to say this. Such reports of Putin visiting Pakistan are like those rare comets. They pop up every couple of years, but in the end, things never materialize. If you think about it, that also puts Pakistan in an exclusive club. The American president won't call them, the Chinese president won't give them an audience, and the Russian president won't visit them. If this isn't a message of political irrelevance, I don't know what is. As for India, its relationship with Russia is rooted in history, cultural exchanges, military partnerships, and personal chemistry between leaders. Last year, President Putin reaffirmed this relationship. He visited India despite the raging standoff in Ukraine. It's a reassurance for New Delhi, but one that should not be taken for granted. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.